The night before I was supposed to walk down the aisle, the atmosphere in the living room wasn't celebratory. It was a funeral. Susan clutched the hem of my jeans, her knuckles white. Bethany, just postpone the wedding. Let Seth go stay with Brittany for a while, okay? She's manic. Knowing you two are getting married, it broke her. Please. I'm begging you. Silence stretched between us, thick and suffocating. I didn't answer. Scott moved. A blur of motion, then impact. He slapped me, hard. Say something. He roared, his face twisted in a mask of righteous fury. I tasted copper, blood. I touched the corner of my mouth and looked at them, my mother, my brother. Is there anything of mine you people won't sacrifice for Brittany? I asked, my voice terrifyingly calm. First my kidney, now my fiancé. That's the deal, right? Susan's eyes filled with tears. Brittany is young. She's fragile. She can't survive without Seth right now. I promise you, Bethany, once she stabilizes, I'll make sure Seth comes back to marry you. Okay. Scott grabbed my wrist, his grip bruising. Bethany, stop being so unreasonable. We're a family. Do you want your sister to die? The door creaked open. Seth walked in. He was still wearing the tuxedo he'd picked up for tomorrow. He looked sharp, handsome, and completely detached. I saw the hesitation flicker in his eyes. A moment of guilt? Maybe. But then he walked over and patted my head. Not like a lover. Like you'd pet a dog you were leaving at a shelter. Bethany, he said, his voice low. Wait for me. Then, they left. All three of them, rushing out the door as if the house were on fire, desperate to get to her. I was left standing in the center of the room like a panicked clown. A pathetic joke. On the bed, my veil and dress lay spread out, mocking me. I walked over to the vanity and opened the drawer. Inside lay the medical report I'd picked up yesterday. Terminal. It doesn't matter. I'm dying anyway. Let them have the win. My kidney, my fiancé, Brittany can have the whole set. My phone buzzed. Susan had already messaged the entire guest list. Wedding canceled. Seth had handled the groom side. Postponed indefinitely. As the bride, I was a ghost in my own life. I had zero say. It felt exactly like 6 months ago, when Brittany's kidneys were failing and she needed a transplant. The whole family was ordered to get tested. I've always been the invisible child, the background noise. But the day the compatibility results came back, everything changed. Susan, Scott, and my stepfather, Winston, didn't go to the hospital to comfort Brittany. Instead, they were home, waiting for me. The table was set with a feast. Candles, expensive wine, heavy platters of food. They pulled out my chair, smiling, piling food onto my plate. For the first time in my life, I felt seen. I felt cherished. I looked down at the plate. Lobster thermidor, crab cake, shrimp cocktail. They were beaming at me, waiting for me to eat. Not a single one of them remembered I have a deadly shellfish allergy.